Welcome to the Agripreneur podcast. I am your host, Shengi Michael. And today we'll be discussing on the topic how farmers can use digital tools to access finance and grow their agribusinesses. And today with me in the house, we have an expert, an engineer, someone who is well versed in the financial area of agriculture, in digital agriculture, Engineer Valentine Iorlaha. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, listeners and viewers.
So, sir, can you tell us briefly about yourself and your journey to agribusiness?
Okay. Thank you. Like I've said, I'm Engineer Iorlaha Valentine. I am an agricultural engineer by training. I read agricultural engineer at the Federal University of Technology, MENA. I have practiced agriculture for quite a number of years. As a child growing up in a rural community where basically I grew up with my grandparents who were farmers. We used to go to the farm. From there, went to secondary school where agric as a subject was my best subject. And during going to the university, I found myself to read agric engineering. Though I chose to read civil engineering,
Yes.
but somehow fate pushed me back to agric engineering.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's I said, so you can't run away from this. You better face this squarely, especially being the food basket of the nation. So that is my journey through agriculture, and I've developed a lot of concepts in agriculture. Been owning a poultry farm, owning a frozen food shop, building a food tech company, and now building the CEO of FarmersWallet. And that is my journey through agriculture. Generally.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. It's been quite an experience. Loving agriculture from the beginning and then faith pushing you to agriculture as a course of studying at university. So let's start with the big picture. Why do so many farmers struggle to access financing? Especially this period of technology area, how do they struggle to access financing?
Yes. First, I would say the number one challenge is most smallholder farmers do not have the record. Do not have a financial record to help them access finances. And secondly, from available research, we have just 4% of farmers in Nigeria accessing credit from financial institutions.
Wow.
Which is it is that bad.
You mean the commercial banks now?
Yes.
Wow.
From commercial banks,
Yeah.
only 4% of farmers in the whole country access credit from these commercial banks. So it has been a challenge. One, most of the people involved in agriculture are rural farmers who most times are not highly educated. So most of them don't handle agriculture as a business. So they hardly even keep record of their farm production and how they make profit. So how do a commercial bank or how do a financial institution finance you when you don't have record of finance of your enterprises? So that is the number one and basic challenge why smallholder farmers find it difficult to access credit or finances to finance their projects.
All right. Thank you so much. That's very insightful. All right. That also tells us about the common mistakes then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the common mistakes they make.
Yeah, exactly.
That is hindering farmers to access financing from the businesses. Okay. So many listeners have heard about digital wallets, fintechs, and they may not fully understand what these things really are. Yeah. So what are digital wallets? What are fintechs?
Okay, great. Digital wallets or digital financing, basically, let me put in the layman understanding, is any process that uses phone, gadget, or computer to process digits, which are numbers.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
When you use a computer, a phone, or a gadget, generally to process numbers or digits, it's referred to as digital financing or a digital wallet. Now, a digital wallet or digital financing is basically when a smallholder farmer or when a farmer can create an account or transact using his phone, even where there are no internet services.
Okay.
You can use USSD code or to give a command, and the system interprets that command to either say you want to save a particular amount of money or transfer amount of money or receive payment or send payment or sell or make, for example, you can use a digital tool to even diagnose the disease of a crop by just snapping. So it's all in finance is when you use a digital tool to create an account, to process a payment or to receive a payment for your farm produce. That is what is referred to as a digital finance or a digital wallet.
Oh wow, that's very simple and very insightful. Thank you. Farmers only are aware of the commercial banks, right?
Yes.
The standard banks. Now, and so this is new to them.
Yeah.
So how your experience in the digital world? How are farmers accepting this digital financing or something? What do they think of it?
Okay, it's an innovation and it's new. Like I tell people, it's one thing to design a digital tool, and it's another different ball game for farmers who really need these tools to accept them. So we have a challenge where farmers are not really exposed to most of these digital tools, and they tend to shy away from them. You can't blame them per se because they have not been exposed to this digital tool. Now, the best way to help the farmers accept or take them through the process of accepting this digital tool is education. When you educate the farmer and tell them the benefits of this digital tool, it helps them. For example, when I brought what was FarmersWallet, we had a lot of smallholder farmers who stayed back, especially that most of these tools in the past have come and defraud them.
Good.
So they were shy of them. So you needed people within the community who can serve as our agent, and then we put a check on the activities and how then when you bring something that they will trust, they'll begin to embrace this thing and these digital tools. So, for example, the FarmersWallet, when we brought them, we began to go into communities, set up agents in these communities who were creating accounts for them and then helping them to save in their wallet for the purpose of purchasing farm input for the next cropping season.
Wow.
So when we did that the first year, we had few farmers who accepted to save.
Yes.
So by the time we actually distributed the farm input from what they saved in their wallet, they said, wow, this thing can work. And that was when we had more farmers who came up to the platform and they are saving digitally. Okay. They don't really need to go to a physical bank. The wallet is like we are bringing banking closer to them instead of them having to travel to the bank.
Oh, wow.
So that is what the digital wallet is doing. So FarmersWallet basically helps them, where by the time we begin to educate them, they will believe, and by the time we spend more years, they'll begin to see and build trust in this wallet.
All right, thank you. That's wonderful. That's a good innovation. Yeah. Earlier you mentioned about using this wallet even when there are no internet.
Yes.
That was one of the things I wanted to look at, because in most farming communities there are no networks. So how do farmers use these wallets? Okay. Which most of them are supposed to be online.
Well, great. That is one of the limiting factors. Most of this app or most of these digital tools requires internet services.
Yes.
So for us, what we have done is it is either somebody helps a rural farmer who is not tech savvy to onboard on the platform.
Okay.
Or they can teach them how to use USSD code.
Okay.
Which is Universal Service Development, yes. That can happen. You don't necessarily need to have an internet set. Any basic phone that they call touchlight.
Okay, a touchlight phone can be used.
Yes, you can give a command star a particular code.
Yes.
Then it tells you, so, okay, choose number 1 to write your first surname.
Okay.
You will write the first name. Number 2 to write, before you know it, a simple term, your account is created and your wallet account is created. Okay, so and by the time you copy that number and you give to the farmer, you can go say you have POS in almost most of the rural communities now. So they can go to that POS and then transfer money. Okay. Some can even send transfer. We can even go into collaboration with other telecommunication companies that they can transfer money from their recharge card into their wallet.
Wow.
That's it doesn't really need internet services.
Oh, yes. That's really great. That's really great. All right. So, okay, now that farmers can use the USSD codes to open the account to access their finances. I think it's very, very excellent. Yeah. Okay. And you mentioned earlier about having your financial records tracked.
Great.
This digital financing, does it track your funding? One. Two, can it give you access to loans or credit from commercial banks?
Great. Yes, that is an innovation we have brought, because we have looked at the challenge of why most smallholder farmers were not accessing credit.
Yes.
Because they didn't have any history, financial history.
Yes.
So now, for example, what FarmersWallet have done is, when you send money into your wallet, there is a transaction history.
Okay.
In fact, we have a particular smallholder farmer who is a commercial person, a commercial Okada rider.
Yes. Oh.
Every day that he goes out, he sends 1,000 naira into his wallet. Every day that he goes out to do his Okada business, he sends 1,000 naira. And the history, if you go to you log into his history from the back end, you will see his history of every day 1,000, every day 1,000 naira for the number of days, since the beginning of this year, for the number of days.
Wow.
So that has shown you how consistent that farmer, that particular farmer is. And with this record, when he needed a loan of, say, 100,000, he had an urgent need to take care of a farm, and he needed a loan. He approached us, and because of what the record we have seen in this thing, he was able to access loan
without
stress. So with that history, with that digital tool that is setting history for the smallholder farmer, we will know that yes, this person cannot run away.
Okay.
Now we are now also having we are going into partnership with certain microfinance bank and commercial bank. We are in discussion terms now. What we are doing, they are going to finance us.
Okay.
And through our platform, because instead of them to do the KYC themselves, which most times the farmers cannot come to them because they are not within the rural community, they are going to use us as perhaps like a middleman. Now, we will verify the worthiness history of these smallholder farmers, of what their performance on our platform. And we can recommend that, yes, you can give this person a small loan. I will stand as guarantee because we have presence within the rural communities. So, yes, this can help, the history can help the smallholder farmer to access credit and to know if that farmer is credit worthy.
That's right. Okay. You also given us an example of a young man who has been able to access credit through a digital platform, right?
Exactly.
Good. And then, do you know any digital platforms apart from the ones you're mentioning? Are there any other ones around that works for farmers specifically that you are aware of?
Yes, I know the federal government has what is called agro pockets.
Agro pockets.
Yes.
Okay.
And recently, the world, even in Nigeria, the Ministry of Telecommunication launched what is called AgriConnect.
Okay.
And the World Bank recently launched that same AgriConnect, which is a worldwide project.
All right.
Yes, we have Tigo, and we have some of them and we have Cash to Crop that are specifically targeted at farmers. And then my own very own FarmersWallet. Yes.
So all the others are from the government?
No, not all of them. Some are from the government, some are from the private. Yes.
All right.
Just that mode of operandi is sometimes different.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's wonderful. That's quite an innovation.
Yeah.
You know, because the reason is for farming to go on properly.
Yeah.
Funding is very important.
Exactly.
And to access funding has been a big challenge for farmers. So stepping in with digital tools is very, very essential at this stage. Yeah. And so, so I wanted to ask about government interventions in this area. Yeah, are they specific apart from the what exactly are the government financial tools doing? Are they the same with yours, or they are a bit different from yours, or something?
They are different. Okay. The major challenge I have with government's intervention is the implementation.
Okay.
Implementation to the finish.
Yes.
And sometimes the bottlenecks involved. Because, for example, you have what was called agro pockets.
Yes.
That was meant to distribute farm inputs to smallholder farmers. And smallholder farmers just, for example, pay a percentage, I think 25%, while government pays 75%. But unfortunately, most times those interventions comes in late.
Oh.
They comes in late when the smallholder farmers have already, the cropping season have already gone deep into the season.
Yeah.
So by the time some of these interventions come, it's usually late. Okay. For example, if you want to plan properly for a smallholder farmer, by April, May, farm inputs should be on ground so that the farmer can know that they can go into farming full scale.
All right.
So, but when these interventions comes late, it hinders the farmers to achieve the productivity that we are looking for.
Could you say the arrival of late inputs is one of the major reasons that makes farmers default in payments of their loans?
That could be a reason. Okay. That could be a reason. One, it will help them. That also is a reason that help them default in loan. Then, secondly, sometimes the kind of implementation they put in place does not give them. They don't see it enforcing the loan recovery.
Okay.
So
that's from the funders now.
Yes, from the funders now.
Okay.
So it's about change of mindset and all that.
All right. So again, these digital tools, is the government supporting private sectors like you who are into this business? Are they giving you any support to meet farmers?
Yes, they are giving to some extent. They are giving support, and they are also making policies because the government have come to realize that they cannot do everything.
That's right.
In fact, most times I say government don't have any business in business.
Ah, that's right.
Yes,
government has no business in business. That's
yes,
good.
They can only make an enabling environment for private sector. The best they can do is a private public partnership, the PPP.
Yes.
So I think they are trying to make such of those policies that will promote private sector. Like I was sharing with somebody recently, the budget for Benue State, the fund required for agriculture to thrive in Benue is almost $1 trillion.
Yes. Wow. $1 trillion.
Yes, the state government may not have that capacity to fund agriculture completely, except he has private bodies coming in to help him fund those to support agricultural policies, okay. To make these funds available for smallholder farmers.
Okay,
so right. To a large extent, government is supporting, but we also encourage them to hasten up and to do more.
All right. So apart from accessing funding, are there any other things digital wallets can help farmers to do?
Yes, it's one of the biggest challenge smallholder farmers face is lack of planning.
Oh, okay.
It's lack of planning. You will see a smallholder farmer will harvest farm produce today, and we consume everything. Now, when it's time to go into the next cropping season, that is when the smallholder farmer realizes again that they are supposed to go into the next cropping season.
Oh.
And that is when they begin to pressure government appointees. That is when they begin to pressure people who in their family that they are needing either agrochemical, seedlings, or fertilizer. So this digital tool or digital financing is not just about financing, but will help a smallholder farmer plan.
Oh.
Because it can help you to plan that this particular time you'll be needing so and so farm input to go to the farm. It can also tell them that when you go into the farm this particular time, this is what you need to achieve. This is what you need to. This digital tool also help them to predict the weather, to tell them that look, you'll be expecting rainy season may cease a particular period of time. So it will help to tell them that you can plan now, so that when this rain ceases, you doesn't face challenge of drought.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are some of the tools. Apart from funding, it also helps them to plan ahead. Okay. It also helps them to some digital tools also even help them to calculate for them to be able to determine the profit margin they make, because most smallholder farmers don't handle agriculture as a business. They go in, cultivate, but don't really even plan to know how much they have made per season. So for FarmersWallet, what we are basically even also doing is we help you project how much you will be needing for a particular crop and how much you are expected to produce to get. For example, a rice farmer now, if you cultivate 1 hectare, you are supposed to get at least 30 baht.
Yes.
But most people now are getting 10 to 15 baht. It is because there's no planning tool and there's no, they are not using digital tool for them to be able to analyze business diseases, drug resistance, and the rest. So this digital tool is not just about financing. It's also helping smallholder farmers to plan very well and maximize their profits.
Yes, all right. Thank you. So that's wonderful. These digital financing, digital tools that we are talking about here, how does cooperatives fit in? Are they meant for smallholder farmers only? Are they meant for cooperatives? Are they meant for startup businesses, or they are meant for just smallholder farmers? I mean,
Great. We have digital tools that are meant to incorporate both individual and cooperative. Yet, there are digital tools that are basically for cooperative. But the major challenge from my research, because when I wanted to design, come up with FarmersWallet, I did an extensive 10-year research to actually know the real problem from fronting smallholder farmers. Now, major challenge with the cooperative in Nigeria is sometimes you have one person who has an idea of a cooperative, sits and register a cooperative, and collect names of family members or friends, and just write it manually.
Yes.
Or put it in register. But in actual terms, they are not operating as a cooperative.
very true.
Yeah, so when you come to the field to see the members of this cooperative, you hardly see a viable cooperative that is operating.
Okay.
So this digital tool has come now. For example, what FarmersWallet have done is a cooperative can register with us as a cooperative.
Okay.
And we give them the privilege of registering their members and selecting the cooperative that they belong to.
Oh.
Now, what that individual farmers, we have designed in such a way that it carries both the individual and the cooperative linked together. Now, what happens is, if you are a member of that cooperative, you will send money to your wallet to save for a particular input you need. Now, if I want to access that cooperative, it is at the back end, I can just click on that particular cooperative. All the members of that cooperative will show up. And then I can see the number of active members that are actually saving.
Okay.
That shows you that those are the serious cooperative members that are actually saving. Okay. And those should be the members that will benefit from anything that's coming to cooperative.
Wow.
So we have digital tools that are just for farmers,
yes,
smallholder farmers. We are the ones that are just for cooperative. Okay. And we have the ones that have married the two together, just like what FarmersWallet have done.
Wow, that's wonderful. All right, so you mentioned earlier about farmers not preparing for the next cropping season, and how these digital wallets can help them prepare for the next cropping season. Yeah. Another one thing I've observed with farmers is, like you said, they sell off their produce during harvest, and they don't have produce to sell, maybe because of storage facilities. You know, so the area of warehousing and warrantage. How is that working? Is there any kind of arrangement between with these wallets on that area?
Yeah, great. It's on the FarmersWallet platform. We have basically 3 components.
Okay.
We have what is called a food wallet, which is like a food tech company that enables people, everybody can subscribe and save to have food at that particular season.
Okay.
Yeah, you may say, okay, I'll be wanting rice by December, chicken, beef, and all that.
Yes.
So people, they save. Now, the food wallet now links smallholder farmers, but when it is time, it is the smallholder farmers, produce from the smallholder farmers that we collect and produce and give to people.
Okay.
Secondly, the second component is the FarmersWallet properly, which is basically for farm input, saving for farm input.
Okay.
We have the third component that is called the Farm Produce Bank.
Okay.
The Farm Produce Bank is also a digital tool. You know, one of the major reasons why smallholder farmers sometimes they produce and they keep this farm produce in their houses. Now, they want when the produce prices go up, that is when they will sell this produce.
Which is very
but
good.
Unfortunately, most times when they keep this thing, because one, they are not experienced in handling post-harvest.
Okay.
They don't have the storage facility. So most times when they keep this produce, they get spoiled, which leads to post-harvest losses. Now the component called Farm Produce Bank, what it basically does is, when a smallholder farmer produces, you can bring your produce and deposit with us. So it's like, it is not only about cash that you are producing in the wallet.
Depositing.
You can deposit farm produce even in your wallet.
You can deposit
money.
Okay.
You can produce in your wallet and go back, and you have details showing you that you, Shenge, deposited 5 bags of rice with FarmersWallet in their farm produce app.
Yes.
You can go back home, relax, just like you have deposited money in your bank. So every week you see the prices display. So when you wake up one day, you can check that, or you can go to our agent in your community and ask, today, my son, how much is rice selling? Maybe when you deposited the rice, a bag was, let's say, 50,000 naira. After 2 months, then maybe the bag of rice has gone to 60,000. Yes. You can tell your agent that, okay, I want I want to set 1 bag out of the 5 bags. We will credit your wallet with 1 bag of rice. We reduce 1 bag from it. Your balance is remaining 4 bags.
Yes.
So it's a digital tool so digital tool is not just meant for financing. It's also a way that can help farmers plan and have where to warehouse their produce.
Good. So another area I want us to dive into is the area of our digital, how do you call it now? Warehousing now. For instance, I have produce. I need money, but I don't want to sell my produce now because I know that the prices will definitely increase in the next 1 or 2 months.
Great.
Can I deposit my produce with the wallet and be able to access some financing?
Great. That is what, when you deposit your produce, we have your produce with you. So the amount that can serve as collateral for you to get credit facility. Let's say, for example, we have 5 of your bags, which is 50,000. That's 250,000. If you approach us and ask for, let's say, 100,000, 150, because we know we have your farm produces now in your wallet, in your warehousing, all this thing, we can gradually give you that. So we don't really need the collateral. And secondly, the wallet can also help. For example, you want a loan facility. You have a brother who has on our wallet, let's say 100,000. You have on our wallet, say 200,000. And you need, let's say, 250,000. The simple thing it does it, you will give a guarantee to us, and we can borrow you 250,000. So that's another magic the digital world is doing. So your produce can serve as a collateral, and a second person who is a member of that cooperative, who is a member of that digital platform, can also guarantee it and will give you a credit facility.
Wow, that's wonderful. So it brings ease to
accessing
raising credit, for farmers and for every other person.
Exactly.
All right, one more thing. Some of us who are into not farmers, not cooperatives, but are into other areas of businesses. Can we be able to access funding on this digital wallet?
Yes, you can, as an individual, sign on to on the wallet.
No, I mean as a business.
As a business.
Yes, not as a cooperative, not as an individual now.
Okay. Well, basically, we had looked at smallholder farmers, but we also incorporate business, because we know that there are some persons that are operating small business, agribusinesses, that we can also support.
All right.
Yes.
So thank you so much. So finally, what advice would you give to farmers listening right now to us based on the area of digital financing in agribusiness?
Digital financing has come to stay, and it's a tool that can be used to increase productivity for every smallholder farmers. The area of non-planning, the area of handling agriculture as a subsistence is gone. We must begin to handle agriculture as a business. So this digital tool, when proven or has proven and has come to stay, let's embrace them so that they will help us to start operating agriculture as a business. Because most smallholder farmers, most smallholder farmers don't invest, don't save to invest, they save to consume. With this digital tool, it helps them to invest, to save to invest their money. So let them embrace this digital tool and see how their productivity will increase.
All right. Thank you so much. Listeners, that is our guest, Engineer Valentine, was explained to us what a digital financing tool really is. And we advise all to look for one, download and have them on our phones. And so even if you don't have them, you can use USD codes to be able to access funding and business, and then do good business in agriculture with this wallet. Thank you, sir, for joining us on this platform.